Because one of them falls apart. No, I don't the one that falls apart because that's that one there. That's why I chose this one, because that one falls apart. I didn't want the one that falls apart. I mean, nobody really likes the microphone stand to fall apart. It's not the kind of thing you go out your way for. No. This is a kind of a chorus song. It's called Turn a Deaf Ear. The chorus says, I can only turn again to the front again, only to turn again to the rear. Turn again, turn again, turn, 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 turn again. I can listen, but I can't hear it. That's what it's about. Turn a deaf ear. Don't know.
Stage director stood up and he called the actors down, and he asked them all to say 3 words: up, down and around. Up, down and around, they cried with one accord in voice, and up, down and around they went, for it seemed their only choice. I can only turn again to the front again, only to turn again to the rear. Turn again, turn again,
This song's kind of about disappearing objects. It's called Just a Waste. Someone asked me if I'd sing it. I've never been asked to sing this song before.
Almost always the same, never wild but never quite tame. The painted brushes and the way you came and opened my door. Rosy cheeks and often a smile, some kind of nature to shorten the mile. Sometime together, only a while, and then nothing more. Oh, it's just a way, just a way. Just a way. The hills made the vision was clear. You painted the picture, you spoke in my ear, and you brought reality near by taking my hand. Well, you made the hills made you, but maybe that had something to do with the black cloak you wore, the stockings of blue, and the songs of the band. Oh, it's just a way, just a way. Oh, it's just a way. It's just a way to say I love you, while the picture is fading away. It's just a way. Though there's always an unopened gate, and it's very tempting to wait, maybe too long until it's too late and everything's gone. You might like to know, I think you should, but this may not be a good time to tell you if it's understood that it's been too long. Oh, it's just a way, just a way. Oh, it's just a way. It's just a way to say I love you, while the picture is fading away. It's just a way.
This is a happier kind of a song. It was written by John Sebastian, who's an American superstar, courtesy of Warner Brothers and the Kinney Corporation. But he writes a lot of awful good songs, and this song's quite an old song. It was written at the time when he was with Love and Spoonful, who were a good wee band, you know. And it's kind of a happy sort of love song called "Damned Is Sitting Here Loving You." So if you know any of it, please just join in and whistle and sing anything. I think the White Cliffs of Dover or something if you want it. Probably fits.
while you are sleeping. Well, am I sleeping too? But I'm just sitting here loving you. Close my eyes and I'm loving you. I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. I used to wonder just what I would do if I weren't sleeping, and had I not found you. Well, I'd be outside finding you, walking on the avenue deciding you. I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Well, that's the reason you haven't seen me running round. Fingers on my forehead couldn't calm me down. She can even get me up on my feet when I've got to take care of some business on the street. I've been walking all my streets alone. I would keep walking and keep from going home. I couldn't quite barely conceive of you. Now I can't conceive of ever leaving you. I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. That's the reason you haven't seen me running round. Fingers on my forehead couldn't calm me down. She can even get me up on my feet when I've got to take care of some business on the street. I have been walking all my streets alone. I'll keep on walking and keep from going home. I couldn't quite barely conceive of you. Now I can't conceive of ever leaving you. I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Oh yes, I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you.
This sounds like kind of a humorous obituary. If there is really such a thing. I think that's what it is. It's also a waltz.
He took a bus from the city. He doesn't remember when, and he left her looking so pretty, never to come back again. He was taking his blessings for granted, and taking his soul for a walk. Though he never knew quite what he wanted, why, he surely knew how to talk. And he took a train down to where he'd never been, to see if he'd like it again. And he looked at a place like he looked like he'd seen it before, and he liked it more then. And he said he'd get even with the givers in his world by taking back all that they took. he did it so well that he never uncurled. Why, he surely knew how to look. And he tried to lie, and he had to fly south to get something better to eat. But his head was too full of the hole in his mouth, and there wasn't an empty seat. And the same people walk on the streets where he walked, and sleep in the beds where he cried. And after it gone, you should have heard how they talked. Why, the boy surely knew how to die.
It's called The Boy Surely Knew. It's just it's a kind of a love song, you know? Just a wee love song. It's quite a happy sort of love song. In its own wee way.
Just glad that I don't have to travel no more. And they said it would be wonderful, but it just made me sore. Made me sore around my ankles, and made me sore around my head. Think I'll just take me home, and take me home to bed. You make it easy, oh, to come home again. If I've been home before, I don't remember when. You see, I've been used to leaving at least 9 times out of 10. But you make it easy to come home again. And I'll be glad when I don't have to travel no more. I said it would be wonderful, but it just made me sore. It made me sore all around my ankles, made me sore all around my head. Think I'll just take me home, and take me home to bed.
This song was written by a guy called Alan Hull, who comes from Gateshead near Newcastle. It's a kind of a seasonal song. It's called Winter Song. And if you want to join in the song, the last line of every verse is, when winter comes howling in, you kind of howl it, you know, as would winter. And we may manage to keep it away for a wee while. They keep saying in the papers that summer is here.
Shadowy fingers first pursue you down the street, and your boots no longer lie about the cold around your feet. Do you spare a thought for summer whose passage is complete, whose memories lie in ruins, and whose ruins lie in heaps when winter comes howling in? When the wind is singing strangely, blowing music to your head, and your rain-splattered windows make you decide to stay in bed, do you spare a thought for the homeless tramp lying wishing he was dead? Or do you pull your bedclothes higher, dream of summertime instead, when winter comes howling in? The creeping cold has fingers that caress without permission, and misty crystal snowdrops only aggravate the condition. Do you spare a thought for the gypsy who has no secure position, who gets turned and burned by village and town at the magistrate's decision, when winter comes howling in? When the turkey's in the oven and the Christmas presents are bought, and Santa's in his module, he's an American astronaut, do you spare a thought for Jesus, who has nothing but his thoughts, who got busted just for talking and befriending the wrong sorts, when winter comes howling in? When winter comes howling in.
I'd like to finish this off with this song, since Hutchison's not here. Because I stole this song off a few years ago, see. And it's a very good song, and I like singing it. It's an Irish song, an Ulster song, called, come on then, sort yourselves out. Be a break in 5 minutes, and, well, depending on how long it takes to get through this song, I don't know how long it's going to take to get through. So, say 5 minutes anyway, just to be on the safe side. It's called Carrickfergus. It's a good song. It's a fine wee story, you know. And it's from Ulster. I wish I was in Carrickfergus, only for nights in Ballygrand. I would cross over the deepest ocean, the deepest ocean I would command. But the sea is wide, and I can't cross over, and neither have I wings to fly. Oh, I wish there were some handsome boatman to ferry over my love and I. She's in Kilkenny, it's been reported, where the marble stones they stand black as ink, and with gold and silver she is supported. I'll sing no more now till I've had a drink. But I'm drunk today, and I'm seldom sober, a constant rover from town to town. Ah, but now I'm sick, and my days near over. So come all you strong men, won't you lay me down? Got it, fellas. See you later. This song's an American song. It's written by a guy called Bruce Phillips, who gets known as Utah Phillips, the voice of the Golden West. And it's a wee song about cattle trails. It's called The Goodnight Lovin' Trail. And it's about, I can't remember, well I don't even know, I never knew, so I couldn't have forgotten because I never even knew in the first place what cattle trail actually refers to. But there were two people on this trail. One of them was called Goodnight and the other one was called Lovin'. And so they named a wee part of the trail after them, and they called that the Goodnight Lovin' Trail. See? So Bruce Phillips, years and years later, wrote the song about good night and loving, and he called it the Good Night Loving Trail. Probably because they'd called the trail the Good Night Loving Trail after Good Night and Loving in the first place. Or something like that. But it's a very friendly wee song.
Too old to wrangle or ride on the swing. You beat the triangle and you curse everything. If dirt was a kingdom, then you'd be the king. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail. The old woman's lonesome tonight. Your French heart blows like a lone bawling calf. It's a wonder the wind it don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the light. With your snake oils and herbs and your liniment too, you can do anything that a doctor can do, except to make a cure for your own goddamn stew. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail. The old one's lonesome tonight. Your French heart blows like a lone bawling calf. It's a wonder the wind that don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the light. Well, the campfire's all out and the coffee's all gone, and the boys are all up and they're raising the dawn, and you sitting there all lost in a song. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail. The old woman's lonesome tonight. Your French heart blows like a lone bawling calf. It's a wonder the wind that don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the light. Well, I know that someday I'll be just the same, wearing an apron instead of a name. And no one can change it and no one's to blame, 'cause the desert's a book road in lizards and sage, and it's easy to look like an old torn out page, all faded and cracked with the colors of age. On the goodnight trail, on the loving trail. The old woman's lonesome tonight. Your French heart blows like a lone bawling calf. It's a wonder the wind it don't tear off your skin. Get in there and blow out the
This is a kind of a drinking song. It's called Drunk Again. The implication of the song is that you've been drunk before.
drunk again, another way, out of nothing into something that I've been trying to turn away from. Drunk again in the sunshine, drunk again, wait for the moonshine. No more wine, no more rhyme, plenty of daydreams and plenty of time. Drunk again, please play the fiddle. Drunk again, walk down the middle of the road, mind the spaces, join the dots and pick out the faces. Drunk again, float down the river. Drunk again, watch out for the liver, and the dyer has made the cast. I tell you, this one is gonna be my last.
This song is written by an American writer called Chris Christopherson. It's called Christian Soldiers. It's about Christian soldiers. Not so long ago in Oklahoma, the son of an Okie preacher knelt to pray, and he said, Lord, I want to be a Christian soldier just like you, and fight to build a new and better day. Now many years and miles from Oklahoma, that same young Okie boy still kneels to pray, but he don't pray to be no Christian soldier anymore. Now he just prays to make it through another day. 'Cause it's hard to be a Christian soldier when you tote a gun, and it hurts to have to watch a grown man cry. But we're playing cards and riding home and having lots of fun, telling tales and learning how to die. Now the things I've come to know seem so confusing. Why, it's getting hard to tell what's wrong from right, and I can't separate the winners from the losers anymore. And I'm thinking of just giving up the fight, because it's so hard to be a Christian soldier when you tote a gun, and it hurts to have to watch a grown man cry. It's a song called If You Find It Hard on You, or just hard on you, hard on him, hard on her, hard on them. It's kind of just about a few people. You probably know them as well.
On your windows and it's cold around your door, and it gets so bad you wanna shout no more. When you look to the sky and you can see no sun, but if you find hard on ya, it seems like you're the only one. He had troubles he could not share, but he always knew it's easy to care. Though the water was deep, it would not sink. If he found it hard on him, he sat down to drink. He was a stranger unto himself, and he never wanted to go and ask for help. He said it's the hardest to be with the ones I know. If he found it hard on him, he had nowhere to go. She had to travel for her peace of mind, keeping it all before and leaving it all behind. Sometimes she gets tired and can't keep from crying, but if she finds it hard on her, she just keeps right on trying. It'll be easier maybe soon someday. There'll be a reason and there'll be a way. But when you're running and find it hard on you. I'll be right by your side.
This song's called Half a Mile from Nowhere. And that's probably quite close enough.
Did you ever see the pictures that were taken on the day Lucy's father up and ran far, far away? There was a sobbing and a wailing and a lot of wondering why, a lot of looking eastward, a lot of looking to the sky. Now all the friends and neighbors were so concerned about Dan when Betty packed her bags and ran off with another man. There was a lot of heads a-scratching, yes, and every face was blank. Why, he clothed her and he fed her, now what more could she want? It seems everybody's got their own opinion on the side, and another one they think about, and the one to which they're tied. Now when Cousin John went missing, a lot of words were said, especially on the day they found him hanging in the shed. Why, nobody understood it. He seemed such a happy boy, but he died a half a mile from nowhere and 100 miles from joy. He died a half a mile from nowhere and 100 miles from joy.
Why that one? Why that one?
This song's probably very under-rehearsed. It's the last song. I've never sung it before. It's called Wait a Minute. Right.
Well, I like the look of it, but I a bit more, no. Yes, it looks alright, but it just don't sound right at all. Wait a minute now. Yes, you jail us up for stealing, then you send us out to steal. Wait a minute now. James liked to see us drinking, but he didn't like to see us drunk. And Richard liked to see us drinking, but he didn't like to see us drunk. Wait a minute now. When the wound is healed, history will be no mystery when the truth is revealed. So take off the labels, ignore the signs, stop playing the parts and forget the lines. Take a pen back to where it belongs, write the papers and right the wrongs.
So, thanks very much.
you joining the chorus? Okay. Hear my strange noise.
One time, it's a few years ago. In fact, I think it's 4.5. No, 3.5. And we'd like to finish up with this song again tonight. It's a Dylan song.
That's right.
The week after we were here, we got fired from the Glasgow Folk Centre because it was a policy of theirs that disagreed with a non-policy of ours. It's a Dylan song. You'll probably know it. It's called Like a Rolling Stone. and then you see that? Eh? Watch this.
Once upon a time you dressed so fine, through the bombs of time in your prime. Well, didn't you? People call, say beware doll, you're bound to fall, and you thought they were all just kidding you. You used to laugh about everybody that was tearing you down. Now you don't talk so feel so proud about having to be scrounging your next meal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, just like a rolling stone? You've gone to the finest schools, all right, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get just in it. Nobody's ever taught you how to live out on the street, and now you know you're gonna have to get used to it. You used to be so amused at Napoleon and rags and the language that he used. Won't you go to him now? He calls you and you just can't refuse. When you've got nothing, you've got nothing to lose. You're invisible now, you got no secrets to conceal. Come on, how does it feel? Woo! Oh, how does it feel to be on your own with no direction? Oh, oh, like a complete unknown, just like a rolling stone. Well, you never turned around to see the frowns on the jugglers and their clowns when they all did tricks for you. You know how you never understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people get your kicks for you. You say you never compromise with the mystery tramp, but now you realize he's not selling any alibis. The streets are full of designs, and say, do you want to make a deal? How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, just like a rolling stone? Princes on the steeple and all the pretty people, they're all drinking and thinking that they've got it made. But you better take your diamond rings and all of those pretty things and take them, and you better pawn them, babe. You used to ride on a chrome horse with your diplomat, carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. But oh, ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't just where it's at, after he took from you every single little thing that he could steal. How does it feel? Come on now. How does it feel to have you on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown? Well, just like a rolling stone. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, just like a rolling stone, just like a rolling stone.
Ken, and Sid, and David. Come on.
Thank you, Rab, and thank you all for coming here. And remember, come back. Do come back and support the club, because we need you. I think you need us. So see you next week.